Hello, I want to introduce Shelli, one of my wonderful teachers, and it's because people have been asking us about what's the difference between all these different other trainings that you've done, BCST, SE, Castellino training, prenatal and birth training, trauma healing. There's so many different incredible trainings out there. And why would this one be different? And why would this be important? And I thought one of the best people to respond is someone who has been there and done a lot of these amazing trainings. And I'm going to go over to you, Shelli.
Okay. Thank you for inviting me, Susan. I too want to spread the word how incredible the training is and your mission to help people. And it's become my mission now to, to help people really be able to break through some of the trauma patterns that we have grown up with and lived with our entire lives. A little bit about me that I have done. I've been really honored to work with some amazing teachers, the best of the best, really. I think they're legendary, including Susan. And that would be Ray Castellino for my pre and perinatal. I've worked with him and done.
And you assisted?
I assisted many birth workshops and his body into being training. I've worked with, of course, Franklin Sills is my teacher for biodynamic craniosacral therapy, and I've been assisting John and Anna Chitty's group in Boulder for quite a few years. So I'm talking about 3 decades almost of training with and supporting their trainings and assisting their trainings throughout. So it's Myrna Martin as well. Yeah. And so I am not, there's no discredit here. They are wonderful, and what they have brought forth, pioneers really, in the fact that they brought pre and perinatal training to the lay people so that we can really make a difference out there, and also pioneer in biodynamic craniosacral therapy, which I really hold close to my heart as well. So,
and you're a teacher, aren't you? You're trained as a teacher.
I am a teacher for the Cranial Association of North America. Had been on their founding board of directors, and yeah, we just had our 25th year anniversary. And so, yeah, it's been, a thrilling time for me to take these trainings and apply it in my work. But when I started doing the birth dance, there was something really different. What I found, it was a paradigm shift for me, and I know other people have used that word to stay, and that it's the difference is that the simple, easy ways that we learn to differentiate and actually realize what's holding us back, and realize that we have choice to change it. Simple, beautiful, joyful ways, rather than what I found, in my past learnings were more about, doing the loop of the, looping from challenge to resource, and sometimes coming up against walls because people have such a stuck place that they haven't been able to break through. Or it could be that we're chasing down the trauma rabbit hole and not being able to find our way out. And so what I can say is birth dance gives you these simple, beautiful tools that you can relay to. It's not just about having a birth workshop and helping, a small pot of people. It actually, we can bring this to our families. We can bring this to our clients. I use it in my client workload every day. And they're seeing huge results because of the simplicity and the beauty. And it's empowering. It's empowering to them as well. So I want to say about myself that it helped me to break through some conditioning and birth patterns and conditioning from my family, you know, where I didn't feel I had a voice and didn't feel valued, or and there was a piece around invisibility because that was safer in that family situation. And so I carried that, and it really impacted how I brought my own career forward and really putting myself out there. And I feel like I'm ever so grateful to break through and feel the movement, the capacity to reach my potential. And so I want to say to each and every one of you, and oh, the invisibility isn't, you know, I'm out there now and really embracing it and enjoying it, because it helps you. This training helps you to discover who you really are and to relax in that and to let go of all of those things that used to get in our way. But sometimes, you know, those beliefs, family beliefs, I'd like to call them misbeliefs, because they're not really true. It's not who you are, you know, and you've believed it all along because that's the slot they put you in. So anyway, I love my family too, don't get me wrong, but you know, there's just different things that show up, and this is one way to correct that, to find joy in your work and empower your clients to break through their sticky places and stuck where they get stuck all the time, and really accept who they are too. So any other questions you might have for me, Susan? Or
Well, now that you ask, Shelli, I remember over 20 years ago when I first met you. It was that I was assisting the Castellino training, pre and perinatal training, and you're right, you were very shy and invisible back then.
yes.
And so it's wonderful to see you shining up, sharing your beacon light. And I just, you know, like you, I'm just so excited to be sharing this. It's why I'm offering such a special savings, a 75% savings, just to help you join us and be able to share it easily, delightfully, and coming from a place of fullness, which is what Shelli is now sharing. It's like when we get to a place of fullness, it just becomes so easy, and trauma is not an issue anymore. It can transform. We don't have to get stuck living our lives around trauma. Trauma. It's more like play. Would you agree, Shelli?
Yeah, I do. That's one thing that I can say. I'm so delighted to really touch that playfulness that I love about myself. That was stifled, you know. I'll just say there was one thing when you were bringing up, yes, you were in my Castellino training, and how affected I was because I'm a twin, but I came in as a triplet, and my other twin miscarried early in the pregnancy. So it really impacted me, and I didn't realize how much. And following our birth dance training, Susan gave us an opportunity to do her twin patterns. Now, I was born a twin. I also raised twins. They were my stepkids, but I inherited them when they were only babies, 1-year-old babies. And so you think you know everything about twins. However, I was blown away with what I learned about the patterns, especially when you've had a lost twin. And some of us don't even know that. I know that from my own Castellino training, because our birth process workshops and our training helped reveal that to me. But yeah, so there's so many wonderful discoveries that you can find in these trainings, and I highly recommend them.
Oh, well, thank you, Shelli, and thank you for reminding me. Twin, a lot of people ask to do twin because they have a sense they had a lost twin. Often with the other trainings they've done, it comes up. And they wonder why our twin work is so joyful, because they see people still struggling. And I don't let them do the twin patterns course until they've done birth dance, because birth dance gives the solid foundation and the clarification that then you're able to go much more easily and work with twin. Otherwise you can get lost with it. And also working with the family patterns, you can get lost. So birth dance is a prerequisite. You're absolutely right. And you did all of it. You followed along, and we do it in baby steps, like one program, you integrate it, then you do the next, then you do the next. You don't have to invest in a whole 2 or 3 year training, or as I did, my trainings were all 4 years at a time. 4 years with Dr. Pirakos, the psychiatrist, 4 years with Dr. Barbara Brennan, 8 years with Oriental medicine. So, and of course the prenatal work with Castellino and biodynamic craniosacral. So yeah, Shelli, thank you so much. Hopefully this will answer some of the questions that have been coming in. And I figure it was much better coming from you know, someone who's done the programs with me rather than me. I mean, I can share how much I've changed and why I developed these very simple systems, techniques, and distilled them from the best of the best, as you say, from the best of the best, and downloaded a lot of it too. And of course, we're using strategies that are verified by brain science, the latest brain science, and that's what makes it really exciting and really solid. It's not just made up stuff or stuff that we think works, or anecdotally, or what we've learned over the decades from, you know, teachers from way back. It's solid. So thank you, Shelli, and we want to invite you to join us for the birth dance, and look forward to seeing you very soon.